Hi, friends. Welcome to Direct Impact Broadcasting. The network of growth and transformation presents SOS For Leaders, where your host, Tawana Wilson, will be sharing leadership and personal growth strategies. Let's jump right in.
Welcome to SOS For Leaders. I am your host and leadership mentor, Tawana Wilson. For those of you tuning in to the show for the very first time, thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast. I hope you're able to get some practical tips that you can use and implement right away. SOS for Leaders is a weekly podcast that gives you practical and professional tips that you can use to both excel in your personal and professional life so that you're able to land the job of your dreams, get promoted, and ultimately pay your worth. If this is your first time tuning into the show, thank you so much for tuning in. Please continue to tune in week after week to get some practical tips that you can use. If you are a returning visitor, thank you for continuing to listen and support the show. Either way, new or returning listener, please share this podcast out with somebody who could benefit from hearing these practical tips. You can find the show at directimpactbroadcasting.com or your favorite podcast platform. For those of you who don't know me, I am the founder and CEO of Trendy Elite Coaching and Consulting, where we train the next generation of leaders, giving them those skills that they need to feel confident and competent in their work as leaders, as mentors, as managers, as supervisors in today's workplace. I have over 17 years of proven healthcare experience, and I love being a medical laboratory scientist by background. So let's jump right into today's episode. Today we're going to be talking about some scientific secrets that you can use to improve your self-discipline. As we know, sometimes it is difficult to get motivated and stay motivated. And so we have to do everything that we can to get ourselves disciplined so that we are able to perform day after day and embark on our goals and dreams and things that we set forth to do. So you're probably thinking, like, science, what does science have to do with self-discipline? Well, actually, it has a lot to do with it, as it turns out. Self-discipline has been a long time fascinating topic for mankind, with the benefits of disciplined mind being touted by everyone from the ancient Greeks to the earliest writers of the Orient. It should come to no surprise that various studies over the years have been dedicated entirely to willpower and the effects of self-discipline. Think about that. If you can go to Amazon, and if you type in self-discipline, willpower, you're going to find a lot of books, a lot of resources just around that topic. So today I'm going to give you 5 practical tips or scientific secrets that you can use to improve your self-discipline today. So if you put these secrets and tips into place, I guarantee you, if you stick with it, then you will be able to start to see your discipline improve. So secret number 1 is to begin on Monday. Begin on Monday. When starting any new behavior, studies have shown that the most significant success occurs when change begins on a Monday. So if you think about it, for most people, Monday is their start of the week, start of the work week. Even though Sunday starts the week, most people think, okay, Monday is that day to kick off the work week. So think about when you have started any kind of a new training program, any kind of a new diet. A lot of people will prep and get things ready, maybe on Sunday, with Monday being that first day of success. So think about any kind of personal training you've done. Think about those things that you have committed to and has had longevity in your life. When did you actually start those activities? And you might find that you have started those activities for the most part on a Monday. Secret number 2 is making a list. What is your long range goal? Self-discipline thrives when it has something to work towards. So you need to know, what are you trying to accomplish? Making those goals on your list smart. What specific thing that you want? What's the measurement to it? Is it attainable? What is your timeliness piece to it? All of those things of making your list and then combining things once you do have them on your list. When you pair the task of what you need to do with what you want to do, you will actually find that you have a higher chance of success that way. So making yourself a list, writing it down, sometimes getting it out of your head helps you stay accountable to it. And so you'll also find some people make a weekly to-do list or monthly to-do list or daily to-do list. These are things that I need to do today to have discipline, to feel accomplishment. Which goes into secret number 3 of getting visual. Leaving yourself reminders such as pictures, notes, or even other items out to remind yourself of your goal and to help you stay more disciplined longer. Some people use sticky notes and they'll actually put them on their computer monitor if that's a place where they work all the time, or on their mirror in the bathroom. You'll find that people use affirmations that way, or here's what I'm going to do today, so that they wake up each and every day focused on whatever that goal is, that task is. So making things visual for yourself so that you don't forget it. The more you look at something, the more you do something, then it actually becomes habit. You're training yourself to be more disciplined. Think about athletes, whether they are swimmers, they play basketball, football, track and field, tennis. They are highly self-discipline, and that's because they are doing some of the things that we are talking about today. They get up day after day, they repeat, they rinse, repeat, they do it over day after day. They have their list, they visualize their goal, they write down their tasks, they combine the things that they need to do with what they want to do. They are probably starting new training programs at the head of the week or the start of the week for more success. The 4th secret is getting some help, enlisting help. If you're having a hard time sticking with the discipline and getting a habit going, then you have to enlist some help. You don't have to go it alone. Ask your friends and coworkers to let you know where you might be slipping, especially if you have vocalized to them what it is that you are struggling with. Think about if it's your diet and you say, well, I'm going to bring my lunch 3 to 4 times a week. Let your friends and your coworkers support you in that, so that if they see that you are going to the cafeteria 3 days a week, then you need help. You have not been as self-disciplined as you need to be. We don't always see our self-discipline as falling by the wayside ourselves. So sometimes people help us and point things out to us. So this is another thing of enlisting help. You'll find that people who are highly successful and very self-disciplined, especially when they're starting out, they have help, whether that's a coach, whether that's a mentor, whether that's their family, whether that's an accountability partner. Think about the professional athlete. They have help. They have team members that keep them or help them stay disciplined. They have a coach that helps them stay disciplined. So enlisting help is the 4th secret. And the last secret that we will talk about, scientific secret, is getting enough sleep. I know sleep is a big deal. You probably say, well, I don't need a lot of sleep. I only need 3 to 4 hours of sleep. Well, here's the thing. You can't be self-disciplined if you are exhausted, because your mind starts not being able to think. It's not as sharp as it usually is. Only you know what your body can handle and how many hours you need. But the average adult needs about 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. And maybe you are a 5 or 6 hour person. You know what you need, but try to be consistent with whatever that need is. So if you are a 7 hour a night person, make sure you get 7 hours a night every night. And for a bonus, try going to sleep at that same time every night. That way you'll feel more rested. So if your bedtime is 9:30, then discipline yourself at 9:30 every night to go to bed. Or if it's 10 o'clock, at 10 o'clock every night to go to bed, so that you can start to train yourself and have more discipline. It's like anything else, especially with discipline and control and forming new habits. Like with any muscle, you need to exercise regularly to see improvement, right? It's that whole law of process. Little changes over time add up to something huge. And so keep in mind that these tips for practicing or secrets for practicing self-discipline are not one-time fixes. So going to bed tonight at 9:30 p.m., but then tomorrow you're back at midnight, the next day at 2 a.m., it's not going to develop the self-discipline that you desire. It's things that you do repetitive over time. You'll want to build a list or a series of habits for optimal results. And really just keep at it. Just keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. And you'll be surprised how quickly you'll start to see these results start to form if you commit to, even if you start with one thing. I'm going to go to bed every night at 9:30 and commit to that every night. And then after a while, it starts to become a habit, and then you are disciplining yourself. Your body will count on having the 7 or 9 hours of sleep, whatever you desire, and you will find that you are probably more effective when you are up. So our 5 scientific secrets that you can use for improving your self-discipline. And again, you can start by implementing these as soon as you are finished listening to this podcast. Begin on a Monday. It's something psychological or scientific about beginning something at the start of the week. Making a list for yourself of what your goals are. Being able to visualize those goals. So getting visual. Writing it down, whether it's sticky notes on your mirror or on your computer monitor or your door. Enlisting the help of friends, colleagues, your support system, a coach, mentor. You also want to make sure that you get enough sleep. That is critical for you, of making sure that you have enough rest and so that you're not exhausted. And that's what I have for you for today. Those 5 practical scientific tips that you can start to implement today. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to this podcast. Please go back and listen to other episodes of Practical Tips. If there is a topic that you would like me to cover and give you some short practical tips, please drop me a note in the comments, or you can reach out on social media at Coach T. Wilson. That's T-E-E Wilson on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can also go to LinkedIn at Tawana Wilson. So thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. I really appreciate you taking the time out to listen. I hope you have an amazing week. And until next time, my friend, have an awesome day.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of SOS for Leaders, where Tawana shared nuggets of wisdom that you can use to win in life. Follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and connect on LinkedIn. And remember, the secrets of success in your life resides inside of you. When you know what your strengths are, you can utilize them to live an impactful and influential life.